Okay, thank you so much. I welcome you all in today's OET free webinar. And today the topic of our webinar is OET preparation in 30 days. I'm Dr. Maryam Zulfiqar, OET mentor at MedExam Expert, and I'm working in health service executive at the moment in Ireland. So today we will be discussing mainly on OET preparation. So let's discuss about preparation of this exam. So before discussing about preparation and all, we need to discuss about eligibility and who can take this exam. So for the OET eligibility, I would like to tell you people that it is conducted by Cambridge Boxer Language Assessment, which is CBLA, and it is conducted by Australia. And occupational English test is into exclusive English language test that has been designed for healthcare professionals, and it has been specifically designed for 12 healthcare professionals, including occupational therapy, dentistry, nursing, radiography, veterinary science, medicine, speech pathology, physiotherapy, dietetics, podiatry, pharmacy, and optometry. So these 12 professions, if you belong to any of these 12 professions, you can take OET exam for for excelling your career abroad. So there is a list of countries which accept OET exam these days. So it is ideal to take this exam if you are planning to move abroad very soon. So now the time span or the preparation for this exam is ideally, if I would say, if candidate is asking me like what is the ideal scenario for preparation of this exam, so I would advise them to take at least 30 to 40 days for preparation of this exam. So in that meantime, what you have to do, you need to practice at least 30 listening test, 30 reading test, 15 letters, and 10 speakings if your basic English is good. So this is the ideal scenario, but still it varies from person to person because everyone has different scenarios. Someone is working, someone is a housewife, someone is having other responsibilities as well. So it definitely varies from person to person, but it definitely depends upon your stamina, like if you are able to cover the whole syllabus in 30 days. But ideally, if you are spending more than 30 days or if you are spending less than 30 days, then you may get in trouble. But ideal time is like you only have 30 to 35 or 40 days in maximum for preparation of this exam. So another important thing to discuss today is booking of the exam. So when to book, and another important thing is how to book, because a lot of aspirants don't know about the thing that how they can book their OET exam. So I'm going to start with a very basic thing that you have to make your login portal on the OET website, and then you have to remember your username and your password, whatever it is. And then you have to make your portal by entering your details like your name, your surname. Your ID document is very necessary. Please keep in mind, whatever ID document you are mentioning at the website, please make sure that you bring that ID document on the exam day. If it is ID card, you have to take ID card. If it is a passport, then definitely you have to bring your passport with you. So in that way, if you apply for a test on the website, you would be able to see the dates by writing your profession and which dates you are searching for. So in that way, you can book your exam, and the exam cost is 587 Australian dollars. So if anyone is asking for PKR, so it definitely varies because we know that there is a a foreign exchange rate and it varies every other day. So we can't tell the exact amount in PKR, but for Australian dollar, it is 587. So, when to book your exam? With increasing ratio of healthcare professionals applying for foreign jobs and study, ideal situation is get your exam booked 2 to 3 months prior before sitting in it, because the duration these days is awful, and sometimes you may face difficulty to secure your desired city, center, or venue. So the thing is, if you are planning to take OET very soon, I would advise you to please book it now, um, with a gap of 2 months, so that you would be able to get your desired slot in your desired city. So the exam cost, I mentioned that it is 587 Australian dollars. An exam is conducted 24 times a year and twice a month. So it is both paper based and computer based. So I think a lot of aspirants must be knowing about this thing. So the paper based exam is conducted twice a month, and computer based is conducted 11 times a month. It's totally up to you, whatever exam suits you, whether paper based or computer based. But the thing is, uh, you have to check for your capabilities, because if you are a person who has done all exam from like from the school year on the paper, so it is ideal for you to take your exam on the paper, because you are much more practice to it. But if you are good to go for computer, definitely opt for that choice, because a student most of the time are not getting a slot for paper based exam. They want to book exam very soon, so they give a try to computer based exam, and because they are not efficient in typing and all, so the result is their failure just because of the time management. So the thing is, if you are very eager to take the exam, please make all the choices in front of you, and then you have to decide like whatever slot and whatever city and what mode of exam you are going to take. So this is the journal information about this. So now we will discussing about validity of the exam. It is another important point to discuss here, because some of the times aspirants just think that by taking OET, they will be having a lifetime validity of this exam and they can apply in the future anywhere of their desired destination. But this is not true. Let me tell you how to manage time while stepping your career abroad. So OET exam is valid for 2 years only. So if you are planning your life abroad, it must be necessary to plan things accordingly. Whatever necessary documentation and verification you can done in the meantime can save you in wasting time, as these are very time taking processes. So must thing to do is to check for regulations of the council and country to which you are applying. So you have to check. This is the very first and the basic thing to do. For ever which country you are applying, you have to check with their rules and regulation of the medical council and the country regulation, that what else is your requirement to do. Always read proper guidelines, and then start your workup, because if you are not well aware of the terms and regulation, then it will result into expiry of your exam and waste of time and money, basically. If you are planning to appear in AMC or any other exam, I'm just highlighting AMC because it is an Australian exam. So right after OET, Australia and most of the other countries do offer you a job. So it is better if you are planning to take OET exam and you have your mind very clear about any of the country. So please make sure that you are taking both the exam side by side, so that there may be no waste of your time and all. So now this is the important thing which we will be discussing today. As I'm sorry. So yeah. So we have to discuss about the time for preparation of this exam. So the ideal time, I told you that if anybody is asking you like how much time is required for preparation of this exam, so your answer would be it is 1 month or 30 days. So ideal time for preparation of OET is 30 to 40 days. If you are spending too less or too much time, in both cases, you won't get the desired grade. So let me tell you, if you are spending just 7 to 8 days, suppose 10 to 11 days in your preparation, so it is not possible for anyone to do and to ace the desired score in this much time span. But if you are also doing much more, like you are spending your 2 to 3 months on this exam but without continuity, you used to read 2 to 3 days and then there is a gap of 7 to 10 days, then you solve any of the exercise for next 2 to 3 days, and then again you discontinue this activity, then definitely you won't be able to get the desired grade. So consistency is the basic thing, and if you are going to do it for 30 to 40 days, definitely you can ace this exam. So ideal time investment of daily is you have to spend daily 5 to 6 hours for preparation of this exam. I told you that try to book it earlier because a lot of saturation is there these days, and to avoid saturation and to um, be successful in getting your desired venue, it is ideal situation that you can book your exam 2 months earlier. So you should invest 30 days of listening and 30 days for reading and 20 days for writing and 15 days for speaking. So it is, you can say that it is basically a formula or a tip for your OET exam preparation. If you are going to spend these days, these number of days for every module, it would be ideal situation for you to ace this exam, because ideally this much time is more than enough for these modules. For listening, reading, the whole 1 month is required. And for writing, once you are competent enough, you are getting good grade in listening and reading, I would advise to start writing now. And then after that, you have to start speaking as well. So try starting with listening and reading modules, as we know that these are the most difficult one. And then start practicing writing, and after having proper orientation. So this is the ideal scenario of starting your OET preparation. Try to start visiting official OET website to have proper information about this exam. Because the thing is, if you are not knowing anything about this exam and you are just asking for random information from here and there is no point of making efforts like this. But if you are visiting the official OET website and you think that now you are having proper understanding of each and every module, this is the ideal situation. So the basic thing is always try to solve test given on website to assess your level, that how much preparation you need, because on the OET official website there are a number of tests given for the listening, reading, writing and speaking as well. So I would advise from whichever profession you are, for all of the 12 professions, number of tests are given, and if you start solving these tests, answer key is available on the website as well, and then you can calculate your score. And if you are in a good score, if you are lying in a good score, then you can assess your level, that on which level you are standing and how much preparation you need for acing this exam. If you feel that you need proper course, don't hesitate to ask for help, because if you think that no, it is not a good attempt, and in the very first test you are not getting good grades, then definitely you are the one who needs a lot of help. And I think for those students, a course is a necessary thing to do, because I'm not talking about med exam expert, but still I'm saying any of the source, by any of the source from whichever you are taking course, I think it is an ideal practice to get enrolled in the course, because there are some of the helpful features in the course thing. If you can't set and follow your schedule, then it is better to be a part of course in which all preparation is completed in 30 days. So this is the good point about a course. First of all, it is for those students who can't like follow a schedule. They make the schedule, but they can't follow it because of the busy schedule. They are having duties, they are having other household chores. So the thing is, if you are a person like this, then for taking course, it is the ideal scenario for you. So now discuss about time for practice. So it is advisable to start practicing just after 1 week of joining our course, which Mad Exam Expert is offering. So I think this is an ideal scenario. Whenever you are joining our course, right after 1 week, you should try practicing all the modules. Start solving listening and reading exercises after knowing tips and solution in the live class. So, because one of the feature of our course is that we provide live sessions along with a mentor. So, in listening and reading classes, you will be given tips and solutions to follow, like solve your exercises and find the answers. So, I would say that if you are a course student, please start solving your listening and reading exercises just after taking your session number 1. Start writing your letters on all different types of letter writing and get yourself evaluated for this. I focused on different types of letter because a lot of students think that OET letter is just a one letter. So it is a big no. It is not just a one letter, although it is true that you have to write on only one letter, but still there are different kinds of letter and you can expect any letter in the exam. So start writing your letter from the day 1 of the live course. And we used to do this thing in the course as well because I'm a writing mentor in Mad Exam Expert course. So what I used to do is after the first live session, I used to give assignments to the student. And in the second class, in the second live session, right after the session is over, we go for assessment part, for the live assessment of the letters. So it is very good practice when a number of students are getting evaluated in front of everyone and everyone is knowing about their mistakes. So it is a very healthy activity. So start practicing your speaking in the live class and then afterwards your colleagues in the study room. So again, the ideal scenario is, because speaking mentor is there in the live class, you have to practice your role play card with a speaking mentor. And then after the session is over, you can start practicing with your colleagues who are in the same study room, who are in the same class. In the end of live session, it is advisable to take mock exam at Med Exam Expert website so that you may know about your final scores in all 4 modules, as our mock follow the same pattern of the real exam. So this is a very good thing in the end. Right after the course is finished, we offer you a mock exam as well, so that you may be able to evaluate yourself of your final scores, that on what score you are standing. If you are getting grade B, if you are not getting grade B, in which module the effort is needed, something like this. So you might be familiar with your own assessment. Always try to avail all mocks, including in the course package, especially for writing subtest. Being a writing mentor, I would advise you to please always take all the mocks included in the package, which offers you 6 letter assessment, which is included in our course. So 3 live letter assessment and 3 detailed feedback of your letters will be given to you if you are part of our course. So for writing subtest, as it is the most challenging subtest. So I would say, although I know that it is the most challenging subtest, but still it is the most doable one. But the condition is if you are knowing every essential of the letter writing. So now what Med Exam Expert is offering regarding OET, this is our OET Silver plan, and features are 16 live practice session for all 4 modules. Like for each module, there are 4 live sessions, 4 for listening, 4 for reading, 4 for writing, and then 4 for speaking. So in every week, we are having 4 classes, like for one for every module. Practice exercise of all 4 modules, because in the live sessions as well, you will be having a chance to perform in front of a mentor who can pick out your mistakes and tell you, and you can then rectify your mistake afterwards. So 7 live letter assessments and speaking practice with individualized feedback. Group assignments, basically it is group assignment is what, like mentor has to give you task as a homework and then you have to solve it and then mentor will grade it. Study room guidance, there is a separate study room for all the students which are a part of a course, and if you need any trouble, if you think that you are facing trouble somewhere, you need guidance, then definitely our team is here to help you. Session recordings for those students who won't make it and who are not present in the at the time of class, so they can have a session recordings, and it would be easy for them to understand the session, because if they, by any chance, if they can't manage to take the class, they can take the session afterwards. So mock exam, it is an ideal thing to do, because right after preparation, I would advise all of you to take the mock exam. But still, there is one other thing for the mock exam. Still, if you are not a part of our course student, you can take the mock exam if you have prepared by your own. Still, I would advise you to take the mock exam so that you may be able to find yourself on which level you are studying. So you can be aware of your evaluation, aware of your assessment. So 24/7 technical support. If you are stuck anywhere, our team is always here to help you. So this is the plan, and this is the assessment packages which you can avail from MedExam Expert. So plan A is, I was telling you that you have to start searching from the website thing. So the website, if once you are done the test on the official OET website, and you think that now on which level you are standing, now there are different plans which you can avail. Plan A includes 10 letters, 10 reading mocks, 10 listening mocks, 5 speaking mocks, and then free recorded lectures of all 4 modules. So this is our plan A. Then if you think that you are a little bit better than those who are going to follow plan 1, then plan B is for you. 5 letters, 5 reading mocks, 5 listening mocks, 2 speaking mocks, and free recorded lectures of all 4 modules. And then if you think that you are good to go, your score are very good, but you are facing little bit of struggle in writing and speaking module, because if you think that your listening and reading is good and your scores are very high, then definitely you need a mentor for your speaking and writing. You can avail plan C, which is 3 letters, 3 reading mocks, 3 listening mocks, 1 speaking mock, and free recorded lectures of all 4 modules. And still, there is customized plans for you as well. If you are not the one who is needing help in reading and listening, but you need help in writing and speaking, you can avail that mocks. And if you are the one who is not in need of writing and speaking, but you think that reading and listening are your weakest part, you can ask for help in that module. Even you can be a part of course only for that 2 modules. So it's totally up to you if you want customization of packages as well. So for the OET mock exam, we conduct a mock exam for all the 4 modules. And for the listening, it will be exactly similar to the exam pattern, which is 40 minutes of listening. And then you have to solve listening mock on our exam website. And then for reading, you have to solve reading subtest for almost 60 minutes. And then for the writing, you will be given case notes for the letter writing, and then you have to write on that case notes, and then you have to submit, and in 24 hours you will get your detailed feedback. And for the speaking, it will be a live session on, we used to conduct our session on Zoom, and you will be having a live speaking practice with a mentor, and then you will be given your detailed score, that on what grade and what were your mistakes and what is the recommendation by the mentor. So this is for our mock exam. So let me tell you that we are going to start our next course on 15th of July. And the duration of course is exactly 30 days. And you will be able to finish your OET preparation in that 30 days. So these are 16 live practice sessions. I told you that we are having 4 live sessions for all the 4 modules. So you will be given course content. You will be given practice exercises for all the 4 modules, live letter assessment, because I told you that I'm a writing mentor. I can tell you about writing module more better than any other module, because you will be given live letter, a chance of live letter assessments, and speaking practice with individualized feedback. You will be having a chance of doing practice in the speaking class along with a mentor, study room guidance, session recordings, mock exam for final evaluation, access on our website for later revision. Because if you book your exam, if you haven't booked your exam, but you are preparing now, so in later when you are appearing in the exam, you can have access to that material. So 24/7 technical support and easy to follow schedule. So this is all the things which you will be given once you are a part of our course. So if you have any question, please ask me so that we can help you furthermore.
Ma'am, I am Naufa, ma'am. Hi, ma'am. Hello.
Hello.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are.
Ma'am, like in reading part A, part B, part C, in separate, how much we have to score, ma'am, in day-to-day practice to get a 350 score in exam B grade?
Like you are asking if you have to start just with the reading part A or with the reading part B, or you have to start with the whole reading part. What are you saying?
For whole reading part, how much we have to score, ma'am? As reading part A out of 20, how much we have to score?
Okay.
In B out
Okay.
of
So
6 and in part C out of 6.
no, you don't have to pass separately. You have to pass the whole reading subtest, and you have to score 30 out of 42.
Yeah, ma'am. So I'm
For
asking that how much mark in each part we have to keep in a score because I am
Okay,
weak
okay.
in
Yeah. Now I get you. So the thing is, if you are going to get 20 out of 20 in part A, which is very, very easy to get these marks, and then if you can get 6 out of 6 in part B, because it is not that big deal for getting 6 out of 6, so you will be having now 26 total marks. So now from that 16 questions in part C, you only have to get 4 out of 16 to pass that reading subtest. So it is the ideal situation if you invest a lot of your efforts on part A and part B, because it is much more easy to get all the marks in part A and part B. But we know that it is very much difficult to get a number of marks in part C. So I would advise you to please make sure that you have prepared well for part A and part B so that you may be able to get 26 questions very easily.
but sometimes reading part is a little bit tricky. All the time I'm getting only 17 and in part B I'm getting only 3 or 4 ma'am, out of 6.
It is just a matter of practice. I would say it is not that hard, because I know that for part A and part B it is not that tricky. It is just a matter of time management for part A. If you have to manage your time accordingly, and if you think that you still are getting 17 or 18, I would advise you to practice some more tests so that you may reach 20 out of 20. It is the only option in which you can perform reading very good.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. So, any other question?
Sorry to ask you, ma'am. Again, I am getting, I attempted 8 letters, ma'am, and they give me in all the letters C only, ma'am. So only after getting B, I have to give my exam, ma'am.
Sorry, please repeat your question.
I had already attempted 8 letters, which they have given continuously C, ma'am, grade.
Uh-huh.
Only after reaching to the mark of grade B, I have to apply whether I have to apply for the exam or else can I give my exam now, ma'am?
No, if you are only getting you are getting grade B in only one test, then it is not the ideal situation that you can book your exam. I would say please keep your grade B up to 5 to 6 tests, and then try to reach more. Then you can able to book your exam, and then you would be knowing that you are reaching your desired grade. So just
Oh,
because of one test you are getting grade B, you can decide like if you are going to perform the same in the real exam.
oh, no, ma'am. Continuously 8 letter I got only C, ma'am. I didn't get B itself, ma'am.
So if you are getting C, then definitely you are not prepared well enough for the exam. I would advise you to take the course properly, so that you would be able to know the tips and tricks. Because if you are continuously getting grade C, this means that you are not good in listening and reading. So
So
it
you
means that
will
you need,
suggest, so you will suggest me plan B a month for me, or plan A or plan C?
it depends. Like if you are continuously getting grade C, which is not a good grade, you know that if I don't know if you how many marks you are getting. So I would advise you to plan A.
23, ma'am. Out of 39, they have given 23 only, ma'am.
Yeah, then definitely you have to choose plan A.
Okay, ma'am. Mock test, at least I have to give 6 in all, right, ma'am, in all the modules.
Mock test what?
At least I have to give 6 mock tests in all the modules. Am I correct, ma'am? To improve my scores.
Coordination can help you better in this. If you can find in the
Okay, ma'am.
comment box, our
Okay, ma'am.
coordinator number is given. You can contact him.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. So any other question? So there is a query in the comment box. Ma'am, it's been 1 month. I'm practicing all three subtests, but always score under 30 and feel difficulty to understand questions. So Dr. Hina, I guess Dr. Hina, I would advise you to have proper guidance. If you are investing your time from the last 30 days, but still you are not able to get your desired score, then definitely you need some proper guidance. Like it is your lacking point. So I would advise you to be a part of course, so that you would be having a direct interaction with the mentor, so he or she can advise you about some of the golden points for getting your desired grade.
To
So
improve
another,
the reading, what are the outside the OET we can do, ma'am, to improve the vocabulary for fast reading, opinionated and articles to be understood?
yeah, there are a lot of medical journals and the medical articles. Even you can read the newspaper as well if you want to speed up your reading and if you want to uh, give it a try. So this is what you can do. And another query in the comment box is how much time is needed to prepare for speaking? So Dr. Farida, I would say if you are good enough to speak English, ideally 10 to 15 days are more than enough for OET speaking. But still, if you are not very fluent in English, then I would advise you to please at least practice for 30 days in general for to be a good speaker. So what is the fee of the course? Dr. Tahreem, our coordinator, would advise you in this matter, so you can contact him. Hi, ma'am. Can you please suggest guide me regarding listening and reading module? So, Dr. Danish, I have explained about our course system, and I don't know what kind of guidance you are asking for regarding listening and reading. If you can explain a bit more, so that I would able to answer your query. So, how long is your speaking class, and how much does it cost? So, our speaking module session is for 1 month, as all the other sessions. And if you are only eager for joining speaking course, then definitely coordination is the one who can help you in this matter. I have attempted earlier but failed in reading. I failed time management for both listening and reading. So that's what I was saying to the student. I was answering that reading is a matter of time management. If you are not good in managing your time, this is the basic reason of your failure in reading, because reading subtests is not that difficult. So please be good enough in managing your time. Which plan is good for me, as I will start preparation now? So Dr. Iram, my answer is you have to assess yourself first by solving some of the tests on the OET website. Then you would be able to assess yourself on which level you are standing. So your session time, ma'am, I used to take session actually on Saturdays because I am free on that day. So it is around actually this time, 3 p.m. GMT. And in that case, which plan of OET will be best for me? So Dr. Danish, I would say if you have failed only reading module and if you think that rest of the modules are good for you, you can take our reading course. And our coordinator has sent our details. Very good. And how to improve our reading part. Definitely a lot of test and a lot of practice can make you able to perform good in the reading part. So if you have any queries, please ask me.
Whether the exam in the UK will be tougher, ma'am.
Sorry.
Whether the exam conducted in OET in the United Kingdom is difficult, ma'am.
Uh, you are saying that OET, which is conducted in UK, is difficult.
Yes, ma'am. Attending the exam in United Kingdom is that difficult? I'm asking, ma'am.
No, the
Because
exam is no, this is not correct.
hmm,
Exam is prepared by Australian center, which I told you, Cambridge Box Hill Assessment Center, and exam is the same in all in
but
overall the world in which countries exam is conducted. So
but
from
what,
wherever you have taken this information, I'm not sure if I'm not sure like who told you this, but this is not true.
ma'am, what I'm asking means whether I will be. I am a Indian one, so I think that I thought of getting their accent will be difficult for speaking. In that way, I asked, ma'am.
No, it doesn't
Mm,
matter. Whatever your accent is, it doesn't matter that you are
no,
gonna fail or you are.
to understand the part of the patient, whether I will be able to get their accent. That is my biggest concern, ma'am. That's why I'm asking, ma'am.
No, it doesn't matter. You would be able to understand that what they are saying.
Okay, as this is my third attempt, I was not able to clear the reading three times, ma'am. This is my fourth attempt, ma'am. That's why I'm very much concerned about, almost 3 years pending in these time in OET, ma'am.
Yes, I would advise you to take the course then. Then you would be able to do better, I guess. So there is a query in the comment box. Talk. I can talk, but I get depressed during the speaking conversation. I don't know what to do and how to solve this problem. I really suffer from that problem. So I think you need a lot of practice because if you get depressed, the thing is you're not confident in talking in English. So I would say please be very confident. If you think that if you are a very shy person, you are a very hesitant person, you are not able to talk in front of the other person, I would say practice yourself in front of mirror. You would be playing part of a doctor and you would be playing the part of a patient as well. So after that, you will be able to have confidence and then you would be able to perform in front of others. So is OET valid for all the countries? Not for all the countries, but there are number of countries in which this exam is like accepted. I have my OET on 18th of July. However, my confidence is a bit low on speaking. Is it possible to get the speaking mock for 14, 15, and 16? Yes, definitely, Dr. Elias. You can talk to our coordinator and he will book you for these mocks. It is no problem. Can we have recording of this webinar? Yes, surely you will be get recording by tomorrow. Ma'am, it has been 1 month. I'm practicing all three. I think I have answered this query. Anyways, still, if there is any further more queries, please ask me so that we may end our webinar. So how to improve reading and listening skills? The answer is you have to be a part of our course in which our mentor used to give you helpful tips and the golden rules for getting grade B. So I think I have answered all the queries and thank you everyone for part of this webinar. And still, if you have any question, you can ask in our free group. I think Faizan has shared the link of our group. You can be a part of our group and you can ask your queries there. Good luck to all of you, those who have exams. And if you need any help from med exam, we are here to help you. Thank you so much. Good luck. Allah.